Alright guys, so while the contractor is in town, I do not have permission to film, so I just went ahead and changed my clothes. It's the same day as the previous upload, but I'm gonna go ahead and make this its own episode because it is a rather large one. We are talking about the side door that will be used for all vehicular entrances into the cyclorama. Yes, indeed, this building will not only have a cyclorama, but a cyclorama that will also be accessible by vehicles. So if you haven't yet, this is 2045 Stonelick Cyclorama. If you haven't, definitely go subscribe down below on their Instagram. Definitely a dope place to really, find out what you can do. We really don't put limits on ourselves. So what I would like to first say is we entirely made this out of thick wood. So we've gone ahead and also framed it out, as well as caulked the crevices, and went ahead and applied a gray primer, as well as the finishing dark brown, which matches the roof as well as the rest of the property. Now, you may be asking yourself, what is behind you? What are under those blue tarps? Probably a video for another day, but I will briefly mention the fence. We have 2-inch by 2-inch by about 4-foot planks of pretty rough wood that we've gone ahead last year and stained. So definitely stay tuned for the fence series. It's probably going to be its series all amongst itself. I really wish that I could be showing you guys the in-depth construction, and because that's really the most interesting part, actually showing things getting constructed. And that's, to me, one of the biggest parts of marketing when marketing this studio, that today what most people want to see is the journey, how you became successful, not just your success. And I think that this is something that we're missing out on. But like I said previously, I do not have permission to film the contractor, so I'm making it up by making these updates. So if you enjoyed them, please turn on your notification and subscribe for this channel, because it really means a lot. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully we can make it by the end of 2020. We did pretty good last month. We harbored in around 30 to 40 different followers and subscribers. So I want to shout out to everyone new, whether or not they're artists themselves, athletes, entrepreneurs, or others that I've been speaking with. I really haven't talked much about the exterior of the building, but I'm trying to think which direction that I want to go, because I want to show you guys the other door. Whether or not I just edit this in or not, you will be the judge. Like I said, 2045 Stonelick Cyclorama, by appointment only. Private property, do not trespass. Like I said, it had to be a soundproof option due to the fact that we are on a 55-mile-per-hour road out in front. So that's one of the major reasons why we've gone through the trouble of actually putting in a sand door here. Now, I want to show you guys a good vantage point. I wish cell phone cameras would be on the front of the camera, so then I could use the screen as a monitor. It would make vlogging so much easier from my phone. And let me know what you guys think about the quality. Let me know what you guys think about the gimbal. This is the Q2 Zildjian. Now, the reason why I brought you out here is because we did a similar project on this side. The only difference is it is inoperable, and we've also got sand in it. So it really gives us a lot of soundproofing from the outside and creates a really great barrier. We also went ahead and put an outlet fan just to kind of dry any condensation or anything inside of the walls. So we've got a little bit of an outlet there, so that'll take care of a lot of the ventilation in the building, and output is very important. Now, previously, this was a through driveway with a door, but it was awfully heavy in wood, and due to the fact that we were building the cyclorama, we didn't necessarily need it. So we did similarly to the other door, went ahead and built it totally out of wood, caulking, went ahead and totally built it by hand by the contractor. Great job, if I don't mind myself here. And looks pretty nice, you know, full of sand. We've got a little bit of sand left here that we plan on using on the windows, so we're also going to have some sand windows in the front room, but that's a video for another day. So we did a similar thing, hit it with primer, finished it off with this brown paint, just to, like I said, once again, match the trim, match the building, you know, and the property in a whole. So I hope this wasn't too quick of an update for you guys. I've been trying to make 4 to 5 to 6 to 7. Really, the longer that I can go, the better. And I really just need to get more comfortable making these vlogs. You know, not only for my own benefit, from your guys' perspective, but I gotta improve. You know, that I can only improve, and I hope you guys, you know, try every day to do your best, you know, and at least improve by 1% every day. And if that means to start, you know, daily vlogging and getting more comfortable and, you know, working out and getting out there and recording content, you know, I really think it's something that, you know, not only is good for your soul, but it's also somewhat of an excuse, you know, to get out and to explore, you know, and to make that content. That not only do you get the benefit of, you know, the monetization standpoint, but, you know, these are also life activities that you would otherwise possibly not be living out. You know, that I would say that it's also somewhat sad when you go to concerts and you see everybody with their phone holding it up. They're not really in the moment, they're not really enjoying it. But on one hand, you could also look at it from the perspective that, you know, they're paying, you know, maybe $1,000, you know, $600, $300-$400 to be in that position to, you know, go to this concert. And you gotta think about it. You know, concerts are cheap. You know, you're looking at, you know, several $100s for possibly a day pass, multi-day pass. You know, there's a lot of costs associated with that. So, you know, you want to record that experience. You want to, you know, remember, you know, and get something out of, you know, think about it. What's an average price for a video? What, $2, $3, $5, $6, $1,000? You know, probably around the same price, you know, but, you know, I would definitely say that if you have been hesitant about making your own content, over this past year, I've really forced myself to start recording myself. You know, just to talk a little bit about mental health for a second, you know, I had been told by a previous partner that I wasn't attractive enough to be the person that would be the front man in the front of the company. And that was probably one of the main reasons why I was somewhat pushed out of the last company that I worked with, that, you know, he really did not look at me as an attractive individual to, you know, put myself out there that, you know, full disclosure, I do see myself more as a behind the scenes kind of guy. So I don't mind being behind the scenes, but when you don't have any talent in the room or on this dock here, you have to persevere. You know, you do have to, you know, make your own content. So, you know, I just wanted to share, you know, that emotional reality that I have found out about myself, that if you are self-conscious, or if, you know, if you don't have anybody in your life that is supporting you, you know, you have to realize that your greatest and only true support system is your own backbone. You know, how strong is your back, you know? So for me, you know, speaking, you know, more personally, you know, as far as my back goes, and one of the reasons why I am partly in the entertainment industry is that I actually have some back trouble, you know. Living in the country here, about on an 1.5 acre, neighbor has about 5 to 6 acres themselves. We did a lot of, you know, sawing wood, splitting wood, carrying wood. You know, when I was younger, it may have been better for my abs and my fitness, but long term, you know, scarring on my bone and tissue. You know, so that's another added, you know, more health concern that I know there's a lot of people that are also, I don't want to say disabled in order to not be able to make content, but think about it like this: someone who can't do a full-time labor job, whether or not it's landscaping or, you know, something where you're on your feet all day, you're somewhat limited. So, you know, someone who is, whether or not it's emotionally handicapped, psychologically handicapped, or physically handicapped, you are capable specifically to be able to utilize media, you know, for your gains, because you do have that time, you know, on your hands where you don't want to be beating up your body. Now, you know, there is still a lot of mental anguish as far as editing is concerned. You know, it does suck to sit on a computer for 12 hours and edit. You know, it's very mentally draining, but by no means is it physically draining. That just over the past week, we did all of this electric. I did a little bit of gardening that I may show you guys in the future. Something that's going to be a little bit more of a personal thing for me, maybe something that I don't share, but maybe something that I allude to. But yeah, so I've been doing a lot of hard work, trying to lose some of this virus belly from the corona. I hope that everybody is doing all right. If anybody needs any help, if anybody would like some promotion, you know, please let me know down in the comments below. If you've liked this content, please go ahead and subscribe. Turn your notifications on for this channel so you get my videos in your news feed every time. And I want to thank you again, and I hope that you're doing the best that you can, because I'm doing the best that I can. And as always, this is Anthony Marshall, and we'll see you.